What's going on, guys? This is Matab, and we're in part 2 with the episode with GlamwNav. This is the one where we get into all the controversial topics. We talk about the loneliness as we reach the top of our success. We talk about the late nights where nobody really sees, all the behind the scenes kind of stuff and social media where we make it seem like, our life's perfect. We get into all of these topics and more. Listen now with GlamwNav. Nav, take it away.
Hey guys, this is Nav. Some of you guys know me as Capture Nav, GlamwNav, Keeping Up with Nav, or even the founder of Nav Cosmetics. I'm going to be on an episode with Saint Soldier Project where we talk about the last 6 years of my life apart from just the makeup industry. So I'm excited to talk about it all and see you guys there.
Let's talk about always being on, because I think that's something that, if that's cool.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
So let's talk about always being on, because I think that's something that I don't know if it's the age we're in now, or it's just the way the world has become, but I feel like the days are getting shorter, or like time is just flying. But like I feel like you have to like consciously slow down now, and that's something that I've been talking about with people. Like it's like, where does the time go anymore? And I think we finally understand like our parents' perspective. Like I'm really resonating with that now. Lately.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, like I get why they don't do X, Y, Z, because it's like days were just longer back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's the way the world's become now in this fast moving world, but being on all the time, how do you deal with that? And I'll give my opinion and Mathal will give his, and how do you mitigate that in terms of like when you take breaks, right? So like a weekend comes, or like after 4 months of just go, like how do you rest? What do you do to recover?
I think it is an age thing, right? Because, okay, so everybody in the industry tells me like I'm 23, right? So they're like, you're so young. And like one thing about me is I don't know how to take a break. Like I'll even like what I do for myself, though, my mental health, what I do is like every week I'll go get an Airbnb or I'll get a hotel or something just so like I can take that time to be by myself. I love being alone, right? And what I started doing in my routine is I started doing self check-ins with myself. Like I actually talk to myself. It's really weird, right?
Yeah,
but I'll be like, I do talk to myself, right? And I'll be like, okay, so like did this work out for us, or how is this going, or like does this make me feel good, or does this give me anxiety, like, and then I start determining like does this thing need to leave, or does this thing need to like do I need to work on this? And it could be a person, it could be like a thing, it could be a plan, like any idea, whatever, right? So that really helps. But like, yeah, I've always heard people in the industry tell me like, oh my god, like how do you not get burnt out, or like, oh trust me, like give it a couple more years, you're gonna get tired, you're not gonna have this energy. So I think it is an age thing, because anybody older than me is like, yeah, you have all this energy right now, just wait till like you're 25, it's gonna start hitting you again. And like I don't understand it now, because like I actually always have this energy, and like I never take actual breaks. Like even if I'm alone on an Airbnb, I'm always just working. So
yeah, that's something that comes with practice. Like I'll say this as like a little bit older than both of you guys.
Senior citizen.
Yeah, senior citizen here. You have to force yourself to not to take a break.
Yeah.
But it's like practice, because we are so ambitious, because we want like everything and anything, right?
Yeah.
We want, like we said, every single client, every single opportunity, and we feel like if we don't get it, we're missing out. Other people are doing better than us or whatever, right? You learn to be able to just take a step back and almost like force yourself to be like, yo, I need to chill, because you'll get to the point we all have, right, where we burn out, anxiety attack, panic attack.
Yeah, things happen.
You're like, shit, man, like now what do I do? Then you'll take like a 1 hour break, and then you're back at it.
Do you guys ever feel like at one point, like both of you like have ever like actually got burnt out, where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, or like?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Not with this. Not with the podcast yet.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's still like manageable.
Yeah.
But it's growing. It's becoming more, not complicated, but it's becoming more logistical.
We've definitely had like more difficult conversations where like, okay, dude, like this is fun and all, but like, this takes a lot of time. And I look at like content now, we're like, people that are having fun, like people like, for example, my life, like content, travel content people, right? I'm like, damn, like you get to travel the world, and like, how bad could it be? It's like, no, because it's work.
Yeah.
And to some degree, it's like, damn, I got to edit this.
Yeah.
And everybody's out
Setting up different angles, recording all the time.
I know.
I want to do more fitness content.
Yeah.
I go to the gym early in the morning, and I'm starting to record myself at the gym now.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting like comfortable putting up a little tripod, my phone, and blah blah blah, right? And I notice nobody gives a shit.
Yo, but it's still a
it's
weird
still hard,
feeling.
yeah,
I still
100%.
can't do it.
He's better than I am, man.
I can't
doing
do
it, right?
I still
can't turn the camera and talk to
Me
you.
too. I would feel weird, like someone staring, and I just...
No, but you did it. The other, like when I saw your video in the car when you were talking about Sakina, I was like, yo, like I know like how nervous you must feel saying that, but like I'm listening. I'm sitting here
Yeah.
listening
Dude, with
to
the
you.
Sikhi videos, you don't understand how scary it is because Jim ek kuch gal kehta,
You're finished,
we're
boss.
done.
You're
I'm
finished,
gonna
yeah.
get cancelled, and people are so
back at
fast
you,
to
yeah,
say
so
shit.
back at you, yeah.
Like if I say like I think once I said like I said Shabd, and they're like you don't know how to pronounce it right. People started going in the comments like, bro, man,
man.
it's so bad.
It's okay. But no, with the gym thing, what I was
Yeah.
gonna say is, with the gym thing. So, like I said, I want to do more fitness content, and
Yeah.
both of us, and I'm there alone, right? So I'm like just set the tripod up and stuff. But I'm working out, and I have like, cause I'm so like I'm not that guy, but I'm so busy. I'm like accounting for like, yo, I can go from the gym to here, get my workout, and go home and do the rest of my day. Now I'm like, fuck, I gotta record this gym. I gotta
Takes more
hit
time.
record. I gotta actually do my workout, and I use like this app to like track my workout so that I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. I gotta do that. I gotta set up my tripod. I gotta actually listen to my music. It's like, why did this become so logistically nightmarish?
Yeah.
I just want to work out.
Yeah.
Right? I just want to
And it
work
no
out.
longer becomes that because now you're worried about the angles. Is the angle right?
Yeah.
Like all
And then I
this
get
stuff.
into my
Is
head,
it
I'm like-
aesthetic?
And even I was talking to someone who does fitness content, and she was like, I was like, yo, how do you do it? Like, give me some tips.
Yeah.
And she's like, in the beginning, you end up like faking a workout. Like, yo, let me pick up a heavier weight so I look cooler. Or let me do like that extra step. Let me not look like weird or like throw some sweat on or something. And I was like, man, like I just wanted to work out.
Yeah.
And now I gotta fucking do all this bullshit
Yeah.
and like record myself.
I once
and
did
do-
that too. I was working with a content creator. I go into the Good Life gym. I was there for 15 minutes. I picked up all the heavy weights like my usual.
Yeah.
She made the video and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna leave. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done too.
It is like that's what Deshu said, like always being on. And I find that too, like with more lifestyle content that I'm trying to push this page to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm at the coffee shop. What a
Yeah.
nice cafe. Let me take a photo of it.
Okay,
Right?
but how do you feel like for me the problem is I'm a naturally anxious person.
Yeah.
And
Persian?
yeah. I'm an anxious person.
Leave that in, yeah.
No, I'm an anxious person.
Holy shit, man. We broke it, bro. He's broken.
So like naturally I'm more of an anxious person.
Yeah.
And I find that like when I do stuff like this where I'm like showcasing my life in the jewelry aspect or Saint Soldier or maybe fitness, I almost feel like I'm like, am I being authentic to myself?
Yeah.
And then those thoughts start coming in like, no, you know, like you want to seek validation from this. And if somebody else doesn't feel the way you felt about what you did, is it actually credible? So you being like at a much higher place in social media than we are, like how do you kind of deal with that to keep it real with yourself, but also, you know, display that lifestyle online?
I feel like it comes very natural to me. Like, again, like the whole thing of me always like, I started social media because I wanted to have a voice, and that goal was never to be fake or like sell something or portray like this is who I am or this is who I could be. It was always just to be raw and real, right? So I personally don't have issues of like this. Like when I'm posting something, there are obviously times, and I know everybody can relate to this, where like we look at a video and we're like, do I really post that? Like, is this giving too much? Or like, you know, like what will people say? Like,
Am I like acting in the video?
Am I acting or, like, you know-
Is it performative?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we all have that, but I feel like again, it's a message behind it, but like why you're posting this content. I feel like once you have that relationship with yourself, it's easy to like overcome that feeling of like anxiety and stuff because you're being real to the reason as to why you even started this in the first place.
Also, you stop just caring about what people think. I
You
think
do.
It's as simple
You
as that.
that's like the biggest barrier
yeah.
you need to overcome
Yeah.
is like first like 100% like getting over the fact like what are other people gonna say?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't actually overcome it. Like it's like that same brown mentality, like our parents
It's
like
tough,
Loki
man.
go
Yeah.
away. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
it's
think
that.
I don't think for me it's what are people gonna say. For me it's
It's for you. It's actually making the video.
Yeah.
If we went to the gym, you know how easy would be for us to make fitness content.
yeah.
It would be so easy. For the first time I ever did it, I recorded a video. I was outside Union Station, and I had my phone, and it was 5 p.m. Busy as hell. I was like, mate, I'm recording myself like this, talking. I had to talk louder.
Yeah.
Right. Than the
Yeah,
ambient
because the
noise.
voice, yeah.
And like it took me like a few takes because I was like, yo, there's so many people around me. But then I realized nobody gives a shit. Everybody's
Nobody
heads down, wants to go home.
Yeah.
Just like the gym, right? I see other people reporting themselves to the gym.
But that's an easy thought to have, right? I think that's not the problem. Like I'm not like, yeah, there's like a that like initial jump like of leap of faith where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna record it. I don't care who's watching me. Okay, whatever. That I can get over. But it's the performative aspect.
I feel it's the
Yeah.
For
acting like,
me-
oh, I think I'm faking it.
Yeah, like
I've seen that. I cringe at it
I
sometimes.
don't even go script. I don't go anything scripted. The best content that I've had is always like on a topic I already know how to speak about. So if I have to read something, I will always screw it up. That's why I don't do the intros. That's why Madhav does the intros because it's like you need to hit this point, and this point.
Yeah,
I'm like, no,
yeah. You can't do it.
If you ask me, I can do it.
Yeah.
Right. But if I have to say it in that order, now all of a sudden it's like I'm not being authentic.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. It's like those day in the life videos are. I can bet my money that they're not perfectly
They're
accurate.
not. They're
No,
not.
like not even the wake up at 5 a.m. kind of thing. Like that's
4:37.
fine. Perfectly curated skincare,
No.
perfectly curated coffee that you get in the morning.
No.
It just doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, no.
I get it. Like for social media, you have to.
You gotta fake it sometimes.
You gotta fake it, but like I personally, now that I'm in this world, I like cringe at it sometimes.
Yeah,
Because I'm
same.
like, yo, I know you're not doing this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I know, like it's just not true, right?
Yeah,
Simple.
yeah.
Even like when people eat their lunches or whatever, right? It's so perfectly placed and this and that. I'm like, yo, I know you don't do this when you're
Yeah.
normally.
You just
you
take
know
it,
what I
just
mean?
throw it on the plate, you call up.
Like every now and then, sure, you want to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
That's cool. But this is not your everyday life.
Yeah.
It just isn't.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we got to this point.
No, it just I think
It's
it's
fun,
like there was the question was of like how do you kind of get over that hurdle of yourself? Because the reason I proposed this and the reason why I do a lot of what I do is because I am a people pleaser naturally. Like
Yeah.
it's just something I've accepted and I use it as a superpower. But for me it's like people have told me like, yo, you explain things really, really well. You know how to communicate well. You know, I like do have that salesman-y, like manipulative conversation tactic.
Yeah.
And how do I break that and use it as my benefit? Because it's always served me, right? I've gotten to where I've gotten because of how I'm able to kind of speak my way through it. But anytime I've been horrible at tests, I was horrible. Like I used to like sweat during exams. But if you asked me how to do a problem, like back in high school,
You'd be
or
able to do it,
uni,
no problem.
I could bang it out, no problem. But as soon as the test came in front of me, I would screw up, right? So I'm bad under pressure unless I'm in flow state,
Yeah.
right? And I'm in flow state when I don't have to kind of read anything off.
But
So-
that's where it comes, like, that's where, like, being uncomfortable comes in, right? Like, if, like, obviously you're not comfortable doing this type of stuff, right? But then the more you just kind of sit there and, like, you're like, yeah, I just can't do it. Like, you gotta try out these things. Of course, it makes you uncomfortable and, like, it puts you under pressure and stuff. But if you genuinely want to make it to the other side, you're gonna have to go through that path, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, tips and stuff I could really give you because realistically, it is just turning on the camera and just saying, fuck it, like, let me just do it. So until you don't try that and actually keep doing it until you get comfortable, like, there's
Yeah,
really
I
no
still
fixing
to this
it.
day like don't watch any of my clips. I don't watch
Why?
I don't watch any of my stuff.
So I'm editing them all.
No, but not
Yeah.
that, but also like I don't watch and I like listen to half of it. I'm like, okay, good, bye. Like I don't watch any
You
of my
would definitely
stuff.
have some kind of weird anxiety.
No, it's not. That's not an anxiety part. It's mostly like I know what I said. Anyways,
yeah.
let's kind of like dive more.
bring it
Let's
back
dive
into the
deeper.
topic,
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I wanna. So, the question I had, one that was really cool, was walk us through your routine, the real one,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And what you do to kind of what are some like hacks that you can try to kind of drop for the audience, like low hanging fruits that would benefit? Like how did you get to the level that you're at through what you manage Monday to Friday?
Okay, so when I wake up, okay, no matter what time of the day it is, the second my eyes open, I respond to all my inquiries right away, right? So I know some people, they get back to inquiries 3 to 5 business days later, all that stuff. No, the best way to actually become successful, and you'll hear, like I've heard this, like, you know that TikTok, like the one that interviews people, like, it's like this.
Yeah. He like
something.
like what do you
yeah.
do for a living?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
like career ladder guy?
yeah, something
No,
like
not
that, right?
career ladder. He like I interview billionaires all over the world.
Oh,
Yeah,
that guy,
not
yeah,
even
yeah,
small.
yeah.
Like everyone's like, I want to be on that
That guy's
page.
sick,
Like,
man.
Yeah.
yeah. So I've heard like some like billionaires even say this. Like the best way to be successful and be on top of everything or be on top of other people is like by fast responses.
Right.
Right. So I've always done that. Like the second I wake up, I will respond to all my emails, all my DMs, reply to people, like engage in like with content and stuff. And I gave myself a rule. Every day I will literally engage with 3 new people. So I'll either follow 3 new accounts, I'll comment under 3 people's like posts and stuff, or I'll like it or something. Some kind of engagement that actually shows.
That's a very good rule.
Yeah.
great.
It's like 3 people. That's like literally doesn't take
That's
you
like
like
that
2
like
minutes.
get 1% better every day kind of thing. You know?
Exactly. And that's
That
what I
adds
always
up.
say.
Yeah.
And it does add up in like the long run. So there's that, and then my routine also kind of like consists of like just go to the gym every single day, no matter what. There's no skipping. And then if I have clients, I'll do them. But throughout the entire day, I'm just always working and trying to like work on new projects or new gigs or plan model calls. On my story, I'll always post something. I never let myself let one day pass where I don't post. Whether it's on my feed, whether it's on my story, whether it's on TikTok, somewhere every day there has to be a post.
You're always like alive and
I'm
active.
always posting. Always, no matter what. Even if I'm not in the mood, like I could be going through depression. Nobody will know.
Yeah.
I will always like put that and like post. I don't care no matter what. Like you will never be able to tell.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's probably going through something. I don't care. There's like a happy post of me there. So yeah.
No man,
That's kind of what we signed up
That's
for,
how you're
right?
gonna get like you gotta be stronger than your own emotions. The second
Yeah.
you let your emotions like depression, anxieties, sadness, stress come to you, it's over.
You cannot let your mood dictate your
it's like
decisions.
fuck your
Yeah.
mood,
Yeah.
fuck your mood for all the
Literally,
time.
yeah.
hormones,
And you know how there was that one question we were gonna talk about was like, when is there like enough? When you know there's enough? That's another thing. Is I always tell myself like, you always gotta have that hunger. You always gotta have the hunger for like to do more, to make more money, to be more successful. Because the second you stop, I feel like someone else that wants it, that's more desperate, is gonna come and take that opportunity from you.
100%.
And you're not gonna know. You're not gonna realize it.
And this is where I kind of disagree a little bit on when we talk about like it's not that competitive. It's not that competitive. When in reality, it really is.
It really is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's an aspect of it where you're like, I don't want like where you want to like beat everyone else.
Yeah.
That I agree with. When it's like, don't worry about what the next guy's doing.
100%.
He has or she has 10 things that happened to them. And whatever, right? Their own situations. But to be like incredibly competitive, especially in this economy or speed that we're in or country that we're in or whatever, it's very, very important.
You
right?
gotta be competitive with yourself, not with other people.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
how I think of it.
Yeah.
Because the second you're in competition with someone else, you're too involved and busy thinking about what this person has or does, and then your entire energy kind of shifts.
Yeah.
You gotta be in competition with yourself, like where am I now and where do I want to be, and then beat wherever you are, like that comfortable state you're in.
Yeah.
And then get better, like keep moving forward, basically.
100%, yeah.
Right.
You
The
have to-
second
you have to be
second
hungry.
you're comfortable, it's
Yeah.
you're done.
But that's what like to reiterate, that's what Saint Soldier kind of is about, where you have to first know how to do the right thing, and then do it right, because it's not just good enough to be like all up in the clouds and like like
the
the Saint,
theory of
the Saint
everything,
kind of represents, but the soldier is like the shark, right? And I think that's something that I regained, I would say, in 2025 is like through watching him, was just like, I'm really good up here and like I like understand what I need to do, but I don't want to step on anybody right now. I'm like, no, I don't need to step on anybody. I need to be like a killer. I need to be a shark, and I need to like by any means possible get what I need to get. Otherwise, what's the point of being all good and like what?
100%.
How can I execute the right thing? Because I think what we're doing here, Mutab, like is a good thing, right?
Yeah, like you're not doing a favor to anybody. Theoretical, like saint kind of guy. Like,
no.
whoa, the world should be like this. The world should be like that. Like, man, it's not gonna work.
It's not.
It's the
Like,
sun.
come off of the sky.
Yeah,
Like,
like
you
the
have-
sun and the supply,
yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
you gotta be like.
And we're obviously talking about like good stuff, like podcast, makeup, content, whatever. right?
Making
Like,
a difference,
good stuff.
basically.
making a difference.
To have this idea, yo, man, I wish I could talk to people about like mental health.
Then do
Cool,
it,
man.
Yeah, like then do
fucking
it.
Do
Like,
it, yeah, right.
Even with the
good
whole
does-
idea of this project, I feel like this like thing you guys have going on, the Saint Soldier project, it's like so sick because you guys bring on people over here, and with every episode you guys are launching, you guys are talking about something that's gonna spread a positive message out there, and you guys don't know who's hearing it, right? Like, and it's not like even with me, like when I'm posting Sikhi videos and stuff like that, there are messages and DMs I get often, like, oh my god, this video really helped me, this and that, but not everybody's gonna come and tell you that. So you guys don't even know like how many people are like is reaching out, like how many people are seeing this video, and like how many people it's helping.
Yeah, it feels nice. Like it's still very surreal. I've had like, I don't know if we were together at that time. Someone said their like nephew. He showed his nephew the video. Oh, it was the guy from TikTok. I'll show you later. But he's like, I showed my nephew this video, and he's like a young Singh kid, right? Like debating if he should like cut his hair and not and whatever, right? We all went through it, right?
Yeah.
He said like two good-looking guys, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, they've done it. Right?
Yeah.
As so many others have done.
Yeah.
Not just us. But he's like, these two are on the internet, on social media, or whatever, right? More representation. I'm like, these guys have done it. They're talking about cool stuff, and it felt good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it felt nice to hear that.
100%.
Of course. But that is like the bigger picture, right? And same thing with you, right? It's not the physical makeup aspect of it.
No.
It's,
No.
can I talk about Sikhi, for example, and make mistakes along the way, right?
Yeah.
We've done Sikhi related topics and like got like freaking railed in our comments for it, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. It is what it is. But that is providing a positive message. And sometimes it's honestly like it could be just a reminder to yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna post Sikhi content for someone else to see, right, to share your story, whatever it is.
You gotta carry that too.
But you yourself are like, yo, man, like I talk about Sikhi, right? That means I'm kind of one step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Now maybe tomorrow I'll do something else, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's positive energy, like flowing throughout, regardless of what it is.
What's really
100%.
important, I think, and Nav talked about it a little bit, which is you talk to yourself. You don't understand how important that is because in your mind, like when you speak, you are forced to only think of one train of thought, at least. So, because when you're thinking about something, you can lose the train. Like me, I'm cracked. Like my ADHD, like won't be able to handle even one train of thought at one point. So when you speak something, you're actually saying it for the first time, perhaps too.
Yes.
And you learn a lot.
You do.
You learn a lot by telling someone else something. So when I've gone on and like talked to my friends that are not even brown or whatever, and I'm telling them about, what I learned in Sikhi or what I learned in XYZ, and I'm like, I just learned just as much as you did.
Yeah.
Because I've only put this train of thought together right now while in front of you, right?
Plus your perspective from other people.
Absolutely,
you
right?
get their version, whether it's religion or culture or whatever.
So heading over to like, this is like kind of like an energy-based conversation. Now, what do you do? You kind of like, the way you explained it at 23, you're kind of like just going head first. Like, I don't care what elders are telling you that, like a time is coming where you need to be able to kind of balance, because you're going to get busy, you're going to hit a wall. Like, what do you do to protect your energy?
Honestly, the only thing I really do is like literally go to the Gurdwara. And I know it sounds very like basic, like bottom line, like, okay, she goes to Gurdwara, but like it genuinely helps. Like there's always like at home, I hate being at home. Like I wake up I tell everybody that my home is a hotel to me. I wake up in the morning, I shower, I get ready, I'm out. I literally live out of my car. Like I cannot be around toxic environments, toxic people. Like it just drains me. So that is one thing I do to protect my peace, is stay away from that. Go to the Gurdwara anytime like I feel sad and stuff like that, or like if I'm just losing it. And again, that same like talking to myself is really, really important, because you can feel so much on the inside, but again, like sometimes like we run away from it, right? And this is gonna kind of jump into like when people use like distractions or substances, drugs, whatever, to like kind of like run away from that feeling. But I don't do that. Like I make sure like I check in with myself and stuff too. But there are people that aren't able to do it. They get so uncomfortable that they just need something to distract themselves. So they'll start like smoking, they'll start drinking, like whatever it may be, to like run away from that
mental
feeling.
strength to be able to tell yourself, okay, let's go.
It's really hard to sit with yourself.
It's much easier to just have a drink,
100%,
or to smoke a joint, or to do like other drugs, whatever, right? It's instant, it's fast, it's high reward.
It's right? Like the high that you're basically chasing.
It's much harder to actually tell yourself, yo, let's go to the Gurdwara and to like deal with it. Or just go there.
Dealing with your emotions, I feel like, is really hard for people. And when people find out that like, oh, I can go to the movies alone, I can go sit at a restaurant by myself, I went skydiving alone, they're just like, what? Like, what do you mean you did it alone? And like, you don't want to take anybody? And I'm like, no, like, I love being in my own company, because no one can ruin my mood. No one can take control of anything. And if I have to blame somebody, it's nobody but myself.
Plus you do whatever you want.
You're literally free.
It's like,
that's why I always travel alone.
I love being alone.
I love being alone, because for me, I'm very comfortable with sitting with myself, because
and that's very important.
I feel I can only understand.
But that's the
myself.
mental strength. Again, the same thing, right? Like not everyone can be alone.
No, for sure.
And people like, and not to like negate that aspect. Like people, your thoughts can start to eat away at you. And in a really negative way. Where it's actually like a bad thing to be alone, right? Because it can really go downhill. So people who are able to do it, like, I guess like us three.
Take help where needed, obviously, and like to speak to people and stuff like that. People are just too comfortable, like always going with a friend or always going here. I know people that can't run errands alone. Like the most basic things that we don't think of, they can't do it. And when I hear that, I'm like, oh shit, damn, like, is it really that bad? Like people can't.
It's a lot, man.
They always need company. And I feel like that's also sad at the same time. Like not judging anybody, but it kind of is though. I don't know.
It's because we've softened it. We say that if you feel a certain way, it's okay. No, like, you need to some degree hold yourself accountable. I think I was doing this admittedly, I was giving myself too much grace. Right? Where I was like, if I did something, I'm like, oh, it's okay, you're a human too. Be nice. It's like, but like, how many times are you gonna keep?
You gotta give yourself grace, but not to the point where like it's just a pattern.
And it becomes a pattern, and it becomes a habit. And then you find yourself just not actually accomplishing anything because you give yourself, like, you're so nice to yourself to the point where you don't have that like kind of, mediator between you that's like,
with the readjustment.
Be nice, but like get it done. So I think it's important to like balance that, and there's a new age coming, right? Of my age, Nav's age, and your age, like of senior citizens, where you need to kind of control the mental aspect of, because we weren't taught this. How to control that.
Most of us were,
we
brown
weren't,
community.
We weren't taught.
Mental health was never discussed. It's just coming out now.
And now everyone was like, I'm mentally this, I'm mentally that.
Yeah, it's become too much of a topic of discussion, whereas no one's actually like doing their homework.
That's the other thing. It's like the opposite side, is that people want to use it as an excuse for everything.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Right?
That's
As
the
an
thing.
excuse to make progress in the gym, in their personal life, in their relationships.
Yeah.
Right? I'm this, I'm that. Like,
Yeah.
again, I'm not excusing anyone's behavior or like diagnosing anyone, but we all know it, right? It's like,
Everybody does make excuses nowadays.
If you haven't read this book, you should read it. It's called The Mountain Is You.
I read it. I love that book.
Right?
Yeah.
Self-sabotage, right?
Yeah.
I think we self-sabotage ourselves a lot where we go into this mind frame where we're like, oh, if I become successful, I'm a greedy person.
Yeah.
If I become successful, it's just money, money, money. If I become successful, I'm gone the wrong way. No, like, become successful. There's millions of people that are making millions of dollars and like they're giving back and they're serving the community in whatever way possible.
people have
right?
that issue with sorry, let me rephrase that. People have that question with Sikhi as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if I'm a Gursikh, am I allowed to drive a Ferrari?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, is that good or is that bad?
Yeah.
Should I be donating everything away?
Yeah.
Right? And it's like a very cool conversation that I've been involved with a bunch of times with like really knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, you owe it to yourself to live a good life, a happy life, whatever. But you have to figure it out yourself.
Is
Yeah.
the car, are you anchored on the car
yeah.
to serve you? And that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Because these are attachments, right? Which in Sikhi is not like,
That's right, yeah.
it's not preached on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We should not be attached to these things, but if you can enjoy it for what it is and you're not anchored on it,
Yeah.
then the world is yours. Do
Yeah.
whatever the hell you want. Right?
I can see like a Bappa and like a Bugatti.
Yeah, like the monk who sold his Ferrari, right? Like famous book.
Yeah.
Like, where does it go down the line of thinking where
That's right.
it's you can go do that for 2 years. And I think that's something actually I just had like a train of thought that I was thinking about a few months ago, which is we on social media and like Nav's life, you know, whoever it may be, we see like fragments of people's lives and then we build a construct of what they do, what life should be. When in reality, like if I went on a really epic adventure for like 2-3 years and people all around were like, yo, you're doing this, I want to live your life. I'm like, dude, I'm working like 14 hours. Like
Yeah.
you know nothing
You
about
only
what I
see
do.
a part of it, like whatever
Right?
we show.
And I was documenting that very authentically. I wasn't even in social media at that point. I was just like, I love what I do. I love what I'm doing. I'm in cool places. Like, let me, grab a picture. And people were like envious of my life. And I'm like, yeah, like it's cool. My backyard's awesome. But like, I work all day.
Yeah.
Right. And what you see is my weekend. And that's not because I'm showing you. That's because that's just what you're seeing.
Yeah.
It's like a
And-
facade. Social media is an easy facade.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like what you said, or you could be depressed and you're still gonna
You're
post.
still gonna post, yeah.
We see the highlights reels of people's lives.
Yeah.
And when that happens too much, you start to question like, where's my highlight reel? It's like, man, you already had like 17 of them.
Yeah.
You know?
You just didn't edit it and put it on social media.
Yeah, you just didn't edit it and put it on
Literally.
social media.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we have so many cool things we want to show, but like we just don't know how to market it well.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a time that comes that
Yeah.
we can do that.
Exactly.
If that's what's going to satisfy you, that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That's very dangerous because if that's what satisfies you, then like as soon as you take that away from someone,
It's
then
gone.
you're empty.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's where like a woman on social media, it differs from a dude on social media. It's very like easy for a woman to go down that path and like really gain popularity on social media.
Yeah.
Big, easy, right? For a guy, maybe that's harder. Maybe there's a subgenre there somewhere, who knows?
Yeah.
But and it's like, and then I can see how that.
I think it's playing a big part in men's lives too. Because like now, if you're not 23 and a millionaire, like what are you doing with
What are
your
you
life?
doing with-
'Cause
exactly.
now the onus
No, but
has
for
been,
women, it can be a lot easier. Like that path, and I'm not even like. Hopefully, this doesn't come off as like sexist
Not
or
do
whatever.
it.
So, like-
OnlyFans?
Sorry.
The OnlyFans shit?
Yeah, no, that too. OnlyFans. I'm
Yeah.
yeah, OnlyFans. You have like all, and even
There's a
like
lot more opportunities of the woman because of the beauty, like the beauty
that's
part.
true. And
The hook
that-
is easier.
And
Yeah.
that like opportunity,
Yeah.
I can understand how it's very attractive.
Yeah.
For people,
Yeah.
right? And it's like it's right there. It's like the joke.
Pretty
those-
privilege, right?
It's like those
Yeah.
jokes where it's like the guy's working like 9 hours a day, and like the freaking OnlyFans model's making like 9 times his salary in like fucking one post.
Literally, yeah.
And it's
for
like,
one
is it really worth what I'm doing?
Yes.
You know what I mean? But it's true. Like that's like hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
And to really at that point stick to your values. And
Exactly.
whatever,
That's
right?
where morals and values come
That's
in.
true,
Because you always
yeah.
have so many opportunities in front of you, but it's like your morals and values are actually going to dictate, like, okay, do I really want to go down this path?
I really wonder what's gonna happen to these
I think
OnlyFans
that
models.
match really burns out quick though, right?
I don't know.
Really? Does it?
I don't know, man. I think they reach such a premium point in their life that they can use those.
Yeah, but that's like a very small percentage of people, man. That's
Like
a very,
morals and values, like sticking to it?
No,
No,
I'm saying,
like
I'm
the
saying if
finances you get
if
from
you
this.
catch that, like if you do what's expedient, right?
Yeah.
If you do what's expedient, how fast does that match burn out? And I think it burns out faster than you think.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, there's a small percentage of people that get away with it, and like just you have enough money for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But if you think you can do that too, and you're like, oh, let me go try that. No, like, what are you gonna do when you're 30?
You challenging me, bro? Challenging me?
Yeah.
But on that topic of like being at the highs, let's talk about like how we can handle the loneliness that comes with that like grind, that like late nights, being at the top. Not like to say we're at the top in any way or at all, but working your way and even like just pushing yourself. Like nobody really, I think everyone's like, we talked about it before, like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur until they realize like
What comes with
how like you can't even fathom how much it takes because it's like out of your understanding.
Yeah.
People are like, I want to run a business. Okay, cool, man. There's like
Yeah.
and then there's like
There's so much. There's so much to it being it. But that's again like when you are deciding to be an entrepreneur or like when you're like on the route to like success, you got to understand and have this mindset that you are going to be alone at the top, right? Like every single time you're making your way to the top, you will lose people, right? You'll probably get backstabbed. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. Like that comes with it, right? So even with me, like when I was I did have a really hard time. Like 2025 was like probably a slap in my face. It was such a bad year. Also like good if you think about like what it has done, how
Lessons
it shaped
learned
me.
and stuff,
Yeah, lessons learned and stuff, but it's literally a slap in your face, right? Like it's a reality check and stuff, and you do lose people along the way, and it hurts really bad. But that's what comes with success, right? Like a Lamborghini has 2 seats for a reason, right? Like it's not a school bus, that ass,
Sick.
right? Like you're not gonna always have everybody. And like one problem that I always had, or not even a problem, like just a habit that I had was, like I said in the beginning, that my whole personality is taking everyone up with me. I did that a lot last year, and I realized that you can't do it with everybody.
No,
you
you
can't
can't,
help
yeah.
the helpless. Like it's actually something that I learned. Like I was trying so hard and so hard, but what I felt was energy shifts matter, and I was also being dragged down.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes you do want to help as much as you can, but when it comes to the point where like it's harming you, affecting you, you just gotta let go. And you gotta keep your weight going up to the top.
Yeah, it's like an anchor, right? Bring it
Because the
down.
mission, the goal it's much bigger than you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of keeps this alive, is like, we're not doing this for us. To some degree, like what we do at Saint Soldier is for the soul.
Yeah.
We have our work separate, which brings in cash flow.
Yeah.
Right. But to some degree, we want to monetize and at least be able to fund it to keep going.
Absolutely.
But it's always going to be something that gives back.
It's the purpose of why you started it, and
Yeah.
that purpose is something that should never die down.
Yeah.
Once you have no purpose to what you're doing, whether it's life, whether it's a job, whatever,
Yeah.
there is no point anymore.
What is
the
that
purpose
for
has
you
to
then?
stay. The
And
purpose
that'll
has to
reflect
stay alive.
in your like makeup, it'll affect in your content, it'll affect in our podcast.
It's gonna affect
It's
everywhere.
like a soulless
Yeah,
picture, right?
exactly.
And it's dry. It's
And
like,
people see that too. Like
Yeah,
people can see, like
exactly.
it's like the passion, the fire that you have. Once that passion and fire is gone, there's really no point of like there's
Yeah.
no point into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's right.
That's why it's so important to do what you
Love.
genuinely love,
Yes.
right? And be careful as well to not make a career out of a hobby.
Yeah.
I think that's very easy to do. Like my roommate back in like uni was an incredible chef, like insane. And I'm like, man, like why don't you just do this? Like you love doing it. He's like, no, I love doing it because I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I do it because I love doing it,
Yeah.
and I can do it whenever I want, however I want. And there's no like
There's no logistics or strings
Yeah.
attached or nothing.
like I
Yeah.
cook for my soul and I cook for the pleasure, right? But I'm good at this, right? So you have to also figure out, you have to be good at it and love it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not everyone is. Most people are not lucky to do what they love. Like it's simple as
It's a
that.
privilege, man.
Yeah.
It's a
Right?
privilege
So
to even
huge privilege,
try
Yeah.
to get a chance to do what you maybe could, because like there's not a lot of people in our position, man. Like you have to be geographically, if you weren't born in North America, you're already at a disadvantage of, that's straight up though. Like
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
7 continents, if you're born into North America, you have a huge advantage over everyone. Then where are you born? Are you born in the boonies, or were you born in like a suburb or a city?
Yeah.
Then you're breaking that system down even more. And then did you have the financial upbringing to even support your dreams, right? I'll just go personal, like being able to do jewelry, it requires a level of capital and connections
Yeah.
and supply that
Yeah.
not every average person can do. We're fortunate enough to be able to attempt it.
100%. Yeah. We have that kind of foundation already built up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. What else did I this?
Very good, guys. This conversation's sick.
Maybe you can drop some industry hacks, like
Yeah.
tell us as if because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay, we are really, really fucking bad at this.
Yeah.
Social media thing, and it might look like we're good, but we have so much help and we wouldn't be able to do this. So what can we do to kind of improve our game? What are some give us some hacks? Like you said, first of all, beautiful, first thing in the morning, super unorthodox.
Yeah.
to respond to everyone.
Yes.
That's like against every doctor.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
don't look at your damn phone for
Yeah.
30 minutes. But
No.
I'm the same way. I open my phone, like,
We
my
all,
eye-
okay, let's be real. We all open our damn phones to go scroll on TikTok, okay?
Yeah.
Or like look through, like go text our partner, like good morning, like whatever, or like Snapchat. Like we always want to check our notifications. So if you can do that, right, then you can also message
Yeah.
your clients back, right? Again, that's work. That should be a priority.
Yeah.
And like if you are that type of person that's like, no, 30 minutes, I'm not going to be checking my phone, then that's fine. That's fair. That works for you. Do it. But after that 30-minute time period is over, I feel like the first thing you should do is respond to your clients. Again, that's very important because it's your work, right? It's like it's a way to like have a successful routine built up for yourself.
Yeah.
And again, 30 minutes in the morning is not gonna like make or break a life,
Yeah.
like anything, right?
It's
Whether
really
you take a break or whether you go right into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like I actually do the opposite. I try not to go on my phone.
Yeah.
I still do because I want to check what's going on our pages
Exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't like really go into it.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way. What?
Even if it's not the morning, I feel like it could be every single day. Like building
Yeah.
a routine is very important.
Yeah.
And like even for you guys, like how many times you guys post, like is it consistent? Consistency and discipline are like the two things, the two hacks I could give you guys for success, right? You got to make sure your routine is there and it's reliable. You can't just have like, oh, I'm gonna do this today and do it tomorrow, and then third day you fall off, because that's like lying to yourself. Making a good relationship with yourself, I feel like, is top priority. My biggest ick is somebody that like can say something and then doesn't actually do it. Like I hate those type of people, right? And so if you're the type of person that's gonna build a routine and then stand on it for 2-3 days and then you fall off, you don't have a good relationship with yourself. And as a successful and like an actual business minded person, you should have that trust with yourself and like
Yeah, it's discipline, right?
that discipline.
Yeah. Can you rely on yourself?
Exactly.
Which
If you
is-
can't rely on yourself, like your clients won't be able to either.
No,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, you can
Of
fake
course.
it for a little bit. it'll
No,
come
listen,
through.
people see through everything. I think
Yeah.
it was authenticity is the one you can call it energy or frequency that bleeds through every human being. People can pick up on that even if they don't know they can.
Yeah.
Right? Even if someone is like low vibration or doesn't have, I would say, a high level of like emotional intelligence, you're still a factor receiver of people's energy, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe you're easier to deviate energy wise, but you still have to understand the game to some degree. But it's interesting what you said about the waking up. I actually like saw something because I struggle to, I'm a night owl, so I struggle, like my mornings are tough.
Yeah.
But I saw something where it was like, if getting on your phone helps you, then just do it. At least you'll get up, because the light you get from your phone, like it actually keeps you up. It's like, go on your phone for 30 minutes in the morning, and then that actually wakes you up. I don't want to be wrong. I think it was Mel
Mel Robbins?
No,
yeah, that was said that. It was
Maybe.
somebody.
You're
Somebody.
definitely not Huberman.
No, definitely not human. Okay, so that's another thing. But watching us, right? We talked about how me and Matab are. I think we have something to say, and that's why we started Saint Soldier. But how do we turn that into something that people can listen to? How do we get into like the ears of people? Like, what's another skill that brought you from, like, you're super young and you're doing what you're doing with pure grit and like just ambition. How did you turn that into breaking through that 10,000, like follower count? Like, you have massive numbers on what you're doing. How did you get to that?
consistency and also talking about the real topics, right? Like things that are going to bring the community together. And I feel like for you guys, like Saint Soldier Project, it's already such a good like podcast. You guys have a good structure to it, bringing on the right people. And I feel like bringing on the topics that the community doesn't talk about, right? Because like with the brown community, there's so much topics. There's like even like the whole caste system things, like people don't talk about that. There's so much to it. You guys talking about topics like that will bring the community together. Obviously there's gonna be backlash. People are gonna be like, what the fuck, this is that. But again, that's with anything. People always have something to say. Yeah. Right. So talking about things like that and being authentic is very, very important. I feel like that's what's gonna actually get you guys to stand out of all the other podcasts and people that there are.
What is the appropriate things to delegate in the first year of your business, and what are some appropriate things to stay, because we don't want to delegate so much that it stops becoming Saint Soldier Project, right? To the point where you've outsourced everything, your social media, your like everything's happening by themselves, where there's no actual personal touch. So where is that line? Where has that line been for you, where you were at first, because like we recorded our own stuff for so long, edited our own stuff, and now finally like we're like, this is maybe the professionals better at this, let them handle it. And then there's obviously a financial aspect. So where did you find that like line of, delegating and also keeping your own personality in your brand?
Well, at first, when I first started, like I was doing like tutorials and stuff on myself, right? And showcasing a lot of that. And then I jumped into like clientele. Then I kind of found like doing both right? So it's kind of like just finding, like even with you guys, it's like finding the purpose behind it. Like what even is the purpose of Saint Soldier? Like what the message is that you guys want to bring out, and then showing a little bit of your personality, because obviously if you guys are behind this brand, you guys care about it, right? You guys have those like same morals and values that kind of align with this project, and then just kind of showcasing both.
Yeah.
Like there's a very thin line between like showing too much and like showing the right amount. So for
Yeah.
me, it was kind of like I do show the good and the bad, but just like not too much to the point where like people will be like they can determine and like speak on my life.
Sure, it's almost like it's they're kind of like in your world, like
Yeah.
they think they understand you completely.
Yeah.
Right, like this,
Yeah.
like I've seen
Again,
like
anything you see on social media, you gotta understand like the creator that's posting is purposely trying to post that there for you to see.
Yeah, there's a
Right?
narrative they have. Right?
Yeah, there's a narrative, there's a purpose behind it and stuff like that. Sometimes we get too caught up in social media, and then like, there's when we see couples, for example, on TikTok, we think that this is what they are behind cameras, when really it's just like a whole skit. They put up
Yeah.
the tripod, they put up
That's
the phone.
the craziest one.
That's
Did
the
you,
craziest
did you
part.
see the Christy and Desmond thing?
That was fucked.
Yo, that
Christy and
that
Desmond.
was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Ano ni pala, bro?
I don't-
Update, you got social media. They
That
know.
was maybe the biggest one.
I don't subscribe
Yeah,
to
that was
people's.
crazy, but that's what
I
I'm
try
saying.
not
Like
to.
people, you never know what's gonna go, like what's going on behind the scenes and stuff, like of someone's life.
Desmond sends us like a fucking
happened?
season.
Desmond and Christy were like basically like a couple. Like they have children and stuff, and they're like very popular
like
on
very,
TikTok.
very successful,
Very successful. Yeah, they just bought a new
Instagram.
house,
Yeah.
and they were
Huge.
together for like I think since like
Oh, I
2018
think I
or
heard
some
about
shit.
this.
They were like
Yeah,
high
and
school
then they
sweethearts.
divorced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
About
remember being on her.
this.
Yeah,
And their teams, you got a video.
of like
But
him,
these
kissing
guys
the
were
girl.
like incredible.
And I'm pretty sure they hid it for a while, right? Like,
I
or
don't
no?
know. But she was like,
They
that
maybe
Christy was
have,
the
or
main
like there was
girl.
probably problems, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, okay. No, for sure. I think it's good lessons. From,
Authenticity. I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Authenticity. Whether it's like
Consistency,
whether it's like
discipline, and
yeah.
being yourself always is what's gonna get you far, and that's what's gonna make you stand out. Because at the end of the day, you guys are podcasters, other podcasts, but what makes you guys stand out is you guys behind it, your message, what your morals
Yeah.
are, what your values are. No matter what, everybody has different things to them, right? Like I'm a makeup artist. There's 100 gazillion other makeup artists, but it's what I do and what my morals are, what my
Yeah.
thinking is, and what I bring to the table that's
Yeah.
different from everybody else.
So like on a like just to close out, new year, we I think you mentioned 2025 was super hard, slap in the face. I would say the same thing. It was a rough year for me, but those are the best years
They are.
because it's like if you
They have to come. Yeah.
and it's like if you're not uncomfortable, how would you move, right? So life had to push you, and now you're kind of like I would say in a better space where you're thinking more linear to your goals. What are those goals? Like, let's talk 5 years. Like, what do you want to accomplish? Do you want to be an educator mostly, or do you want to continue down this path of, the service of providing makeup? Or is it just altogether something completely different where you want to spread a message?
No, I definitely think I'm staying in the industry. I feel like I could never let it go. It's like my baby. Like GlamwNav, CaptureNav are like my babies. Like I brought them up to where they are today. But I don't think I would ever stop doing makeup on clients. I also don't ever want to stop teaching. I feel like I'm going to grow all of it together at the same time. Even with content creating, even with Nav Cosmetics, like I always will make sure that each thing I do gets a percentage, right? And I still will make time for like everything else in my life as well. So 5 years from now, definitely like my businesses will have to be more successful because that's what I'm going to work towards. Yeah, like I wouldn't ever stop teaching, or like I would never like step back from
Yeah,
what I
5 years
started.
for you, you're still very young at that.
Yeah.
point.
I'm like what, 20?
You'll be 27. Yeah,
28.
27. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just scaling, honestly. Yeah, that's
Plus,
Yeah.
I think you also have to see which branch is growing stronger, right?
Exactly.
And then you kind of double down on that.
Yeah.
So if Matab's talking about this, like if something he's doing and trying right now, like if it takes off, like take off with it, right? Don't just you can't always be like 33% on everything.
No, you
right?
can't.
So no, that's a great answer. And
Yeah.
I think we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. In 5 years, we'll check
5
in.
years, we'll do another podcast. Be like, okay, where are we at now?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect to end it off.
Cool. Thank
Awesome.
you so much.
Thank you guys for having me on here. It was great talking to you guys.
Of course. And that was a wrap on the episode with GlamwNav. We want to thank her for coming. You can catch this episode on all of the podcast streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, everything. And catch us on the next one. That was the Saint Soldier Project with GlamwNav.